So I think the most exciting opportunity that scholarly communications faces in the next 2 to 3 years is presenting our content in audience-appropriate ways. And I say that in the context of scientific and health literacy, because the better that society understands and appreciates our content and what we do, the better this is going to be for society as a whole.
Well, one of the things I thought that I learned that was fascinating was what they're doing in Canada with students, getting them involved in STEM early. The students that he was dealing with just approach data and approach answering questions so much differently, and publishers should be thinking about that when planning for our future.
The most exciting opportunity in the scholarly publishing community is that, like any other industry, I feel the scholarly publishing community or the industry actually is ripe for disruption. You know, some of the standard systems, procedures, metrics that we've been tracking, I think they will undergo a major change. And while change can be painful, I think it's going to bring about a lot of positive changes going forward. So that's something I'm really excited about.
I think the big challenges of the next 2 to 3 years are actually tied to the opportunities. And the biggest challenge for us as a company is to make the right choices. So the right choices in terms of, are we doing things that people actually need? Is it a solution to an existing problem? Or are we just developing something for the sake of developing something, just because it's possible these days? And another criterion is, of course, are people going to pay for it to make it commercially sustainable? Not saying to earn a lot of money on it, but it needs to be something that it's not just a one-day effort, but it has a future.
So I think the biggest challenge for the scholarly publishing community is the wholesale piracy of our content. And if we don't get that under control, I think there's a huge risk to the launch of new journals, the publication of new books, and even a threat to second-tier journals. I think we absolutely have to deal with Sci-Hub and other organizations that are wholesale pirating our content.
Thinking about listening more. So my session was on academic engagement, and actually even the conversations I've had afterwards make me feel like I wish I'd talked even more about some of the take-home messages that we've got from a usability testing perspective.
We're here to talk about research and scholarly publishing in the age of big data. My name is Ziad Marar. I'm the Global Publishing Director at Sage and have been at Sage a long time doing various things, but more latterly have been very interested in what the sort of big data revolution means for social research in particular, and why it's such a struggle in various areas of the social sciences to really respond to the opportunity.